Hello there everybody, my name is ElusiveGhost and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be covering the Falconer from Last Epoch, but before we get started I did want to say thank you very much to 11th Hour Games for actually sponsoring this video. But again, all of the opinions, thoughts and reactions are my own, so let's jump straight into it. So the Falconer is going to be the Rogue's third mastery class that's coming out in 1.0, and the Falconer brings a new playstyle to Last Epoch. She is a master tactician who employs deceptive traps and fearsome pet bird of prey even to gain the advantage against her enemies. So you can see on max roll we've got all the information that we need to cover over. So let's jump straight in. The Falconer here, never fight fair, never fight alone. A master tactician who relies on devious traps and her fearsome falcon to eviscerate her enemies. Luring prey into her ambush, she survives through quick wits, unscrupulous tactics, and unwavering bond with her avian ally. So we got a few of her skills here. We've got falconry and falcon strikes. You summon a fierce and invulnerable falcon, which fights at your side and heeds your commands. On your orders, your falcon darts around on the battlefield, attacking nearby enemies in a blur of savage strike. It's nice to hear there that it's invulnerable. That is an interesting twist. Next up, we have aerial assault. So as you leap forward, your falcon drives to catch you, carrying you further. After dropping you off, your falcon unleashes a storm of feathers, slicing and dicing enemies around you. That's quite nice, actually. Dive bomb. Your falcon shoots high into the air, then comes plummeting back down, smashing enemies in a large area. So again, a nice AoE there, where you've got a movement and an AoE. Net, you flip backwards, throwing a net to slow or immobilize your foes. Once netted, enemies are easy prey for your avian ally. So again, another movement ability tied in with a slow, which is quite nice. Explosive trap here. Think we can guess what this is going to be. Place a trap on the ground that, when triggered, devastates the area with explosive fire. The longer your trap is deployed, the more powerful the explosion. So we have two AoE abilities here as well. We got two movements and then a slow there as well, which is quite nice. So there is a video that Zizaran did as well. I'm sure it's well worth having a look at. I wanted to try and keep as much of this information hidden as possible from myself, so I can just have a quick look through. So here we've got the passive tree for the Falconer, and I'm going to quickly go over a few nodes that I just want to see. So things like this one here. Anything that has 1 point generally is quite good. So let's have a look here. Falcon strikes and dive bomb are now an instant cast, and they have a slight increased cooldown. Okay. So that would be a instant cast. Sounds good. I mean, you'll kind of have to play it to see if it's worthwhile, but that's always quite good. Let's have a look at something like this. Deflect and weave. You have additional block chance to receive a glancing blow. Additionally, you gain health whenever you block. Okay. Fair enough. Let's throw in this one. Evasion tactics. You have additional armor per point of dex. That's quite nice. You have increased armor for each time your falcon has hit an enemy recently. Okay. You have increased armor for each time your falcon's hit instantly. And I guess you can increase the attack speed of your falcon. You must be able to do that somewhere. I'd be surprised if you couldn't. Handler, what's this one? Additional base crit chance and minion damage. So that means the falcon is a minion. That's quite nice because there's a good amount of stats on gear that you can get for minion damage, minion crit, all of those kind of things. You wouldn't have to worry about minion health, minion resistances, and like none of that stuff you would have to worry about, which is all right. Increased throwing attack speed. Let's have a look at some of these later on ones here. So your minions gain additional crit strike multiplier, 2% of your uncapped critical strike avoidance. All right. More damage per slow. I want to see if we can get anything that is based on the Falcon. Haste, increased damage over time, bleed and poison chance for the Falcon. That would be quite nice. I'm a big fan of both bleed and poison. Falcon health leached per dex. This is going to be nice. So increased damage, increased minion damage. Very nice. And a portion of your Falcon's damage is leached as health for you per point of dex. So it may say it's 0.1%, but I mean, if you can rack up your minion or your Falcon's damage, I should really say Falcon, not minion, you could really rack that up, especially if you're using like a crit version. You could really rack that up quite nicely. So let's have a look here. And there's a lot that can just give it flat base damage, which is quite nice as well. Yeah, here you go. So you could do a throwing build, for example, and your Falcon gains a portion of your throwing damage is added melee. Increased throwing attack speed. Yeah, so there's quite a nice variety there, actually, which is pretty cool. I kind of want to have a look at what we could do with some of these changes here. So we've got falconry. So we can have a look here. Summons a falcon that fights with you. Let's have a look at some of the main nodes over here. So when you directly use an acid flash, your falcon has a chance to gain additional acid flash charges. That's interesting. So that means your falcon can now throw acid flasks for you. Oh, it's like a napalm almost. That's going to be interesting. So let's have a look here. Avian Arsenal. When you consume a Falconer's Mark, your Falcon gains additional melee damage equal to a portion of your added melee damage, throwing damage, bow damage, or spell damage, depending on the type of ability used to consume the mark. Okay. These are all quite nice, actually. There's a lot of strikes, like Falconer's Mark. Whenever you hit an enemy with Falcon strikes, it marks them. Your next hit against the marked enemy deals more damage and consumes the mark. This is very much like Quinn from League of Legends, but really expanded. There's a lot of similarities, and I love Quinn from League of Legends. Like, I play her, well, when I was playing League a lot, I used to play her quite a bit. So here your Falcon deals more global damage per character level and per point of dex. So again, that's a good percentage scaling there. Again, more global damage, which is quite nice. Damage bonus doubled for Falcon strikes. Your Falcon now more heavily prioritize enemies close to you. Enemies that are close to the target location of your most recent throwing attack. Okay. Has a chance to drop a black arrow. Black arrow chance on Falcon here. I don't know what the black arrow is going to be. Interesting. There's loads of good things. Like, you could spend ages reading through some of these. Screech now fears enemies. Exposed weakness. Wingspan. Deal more damage. Area. Oh my goodness. When your Falcon kills an enemy or hits an boss or rare enemy, it restores health and mana to you based on your total attributes. Okay. That's pretty cool, actually. Let's have a look at Explosive Trap. I think this is going to be a very, very good early game skill. Especially for leveling, I think this is going to be fantastic. So let's have a look here. Explosive Trap. Dex scaling, which is quite nice because a lot of the stuff for Rogue is dex scaling, essentially. Deals more damage and can shred fire resistance. That's pretty good. Whenever you hit an enemy with any melee attack, you attach an explosive trap to that enemy. Whoa. That's pretty cool, especially if you're going to be shredding their fire resistance as well. Attached traps deal more damage. And additionally, when it explodes, the trap deals 30% more damage for each time that has passed. Okay. Detonating arrows fired in this way, arrow traps. I mean, there's so many different ways you can do this. Explosives base fire damage is converted to lightning. Okay. Explosive traps have a chance to shock enemies and inflict them with spark charge. You can do a cold. cold conversion. Oh my goodness, you could just sit here for ages, particularly fast enemies. Trigger explosive traps instantly. Now that's nice. Because a lot of the time with traps, people just run over it and then 20 seconds later the trap gets triggered. So that's pretty cool. Let's have a quick look here. Explosive traps. Drop a trap by the trap sprinkler node. It also flings acid flasks. Oh my goodness. An explosive trap detonator has a chance to drop a fresh explosive trap at its location. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to be super powerful. When you directly throw an explosive trap, you now throw traps up to your maximum number of traps in a wide area. This is going to be crazy. Blast rain? You shoot arrows attached with explosive traps into the air? Oh my goodness. That I think is going to be good. Blast rain is going to be very nice. Especially thinking if you can combine that... I don't know, you could combine it with any of these actually. I think that would be pretty strong. Alright, so that one looks very good. Net seems to be a very good movement skill. You can now jump further with net. I'm going to go over these a little bit quicker. You can now jump forwards instead of backwards. That's pretty cool. If a net hits an enemy, you also throw caltrops. Yeah, perfect. Physical to lightning. Lightning shred, acid damage. Enemies cannot dodge. Enemies cannot avoid crits. That's pretty cool. Alright, that one's a good one. That's nice as well. Good utility skill. So now we've got aerial assault. This will carry you around. So let's have a look here again. If there is a boss or rare enemy nearby, aerial assault also creates a shadow falcon to use Featherstorm against it. Okay. That's pretty cool. So Featherstorm, after the initial wing burst of your falcon, it releases Featherstorm at the target location for 5 seconds. It's almost like a blast rain kind of thing. All your active ballistas prioritize targets around you and deal more damage. Terror wings. They also can... Oh, jeez. My goodness, this is going to hurt. This class is going to do some big boy damage. Like, even the movement skill is doing a whole bunch of damage. Alright. Let's have a look. Dive Bomb. I'm curious to see how this Dive Bomb's going to work. So cooldown of 7 seconds. That's not bad. 4% increased damage, so that's fine. Shorter cooldown. Again, so you're doing the shorter cooldown, but then you're going to be instantly casting it if you wanted to. And you're going to be countering it, because this is 40% increased cooldown recovery speed. So yeah, that 5% increase isn't going to do a lot for you on your skill tree, whichever this one was. Yeah, this connection one, which would be pretty good. Right, let's quickly have a look. Featherfalls hit shred enemy armor. If they hit your explosive traps, they instantly explode. Okay, these do bleed damage, instant bleed damage as well. I don't think you get many notables that actually do instant bleed damage. Okay, this can stun them. Dancing shadows. Your shadow falcons that land inside your area of your smoke bomb take off again with a short delay. Okay. I mean, there's a lot. If it hits one of your decoys, it detonates it. So it looks like there's a lot of different opportunities that you could actually use for this Falconer. I mean, yeah. Now, I'm personally not a rogue player. I am more leaning towards the Warlock or a Lich, because, I mean, Deathseal Lich, just an Aura of Decay is... what works for me, but this is going to be an interesting one to try, and I think it might actually make a very good starter build as well, just purely because of the amount of mobility you've got there and the area damage you've got there as well. I think that could be quite strong. Most of the points are shredding armor or shredding the different types of resistance you've got, so if you just focus on either going pure physical and crit, or even just converting everything. I think if you converted everything to cold, I think that could be quite cool. Especially with the ability to convert the explosive trap into cold. Always freezes on hit. Like, I think this is really good. I like this. A frozen trap has always been a nice thing for me. yeah, so I mean, that sounds promising. And I mean, you can come have a look over on Maxroll as well, just to see, because I think they've got loads of things about your scaling. Now, I haven't read any of this, and I'm trying my best not to read it, because I kind of want to work it out myself. And oh, it's going to be a toss-up between Warlock and Falconer for me now. Oh, I'm going to have this internal fight. I'm going to have this internal fight. But no, I like this one. I like this one. I think this is going to be a very good one to try. But it's going to be close. So 1.0, I'm sure everyone knows now, is going to be releasing on the 21st of February. So that is in like 10 days or something. Yeah, 11 days, I think, from this video, which is pretty cool. And then it's also worth noting as well, and this is something that I unfortunately missed out on when other ARPGs like Path of Exile released, is they do actually have all of their different types of pre-orders you can do. So the deluxe package and the ultimate package, and I'm going to go over it just purely because I think it's good to actually cover it. So you've got your standard edition. It's going to give you the game, and it's going to give you a nice cosmetic pet. I mean, cosmetics, not really something that everybody wants, but I do think there's an opportunity here that getting it before 1.0 is just a nice way of supporting the game. And you get loads of different stuff here. Like, look how incredible some of these cosmetics look. Especially this fox. That is pretty cool. But it's worth noting it. I think I'm going to eventually end up upgrading to the Ultimate Edition, and you can do that, especially on Steam. If you've already got the Standard or even the Deluxe, you can always upgrade to the Ultimate. So it's well worth it, and you do get your money back, especially in the Epoch points. But enough about that. I just wanted to point that one out anyway. So with that, guys, I really hope you guys do have a very good start to 1.0 when it comes out. If there's any guides that you want to see me do, or anything else you want me to cover, perhaps the Warlock, because I haven't actually done that one, let me know. Let me know. But with that, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. If you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye for now.